In a world where light is breaking and shadows feed on despair, one forgotten hero must awaken before the last bastion of hope falls into ruin. Beneath the neon skyline of Vandrel City, something ancient stirs and only one man feels its tremors. Kael senses a tremor, a strange pulse thrumming through the concrete veins of the city. A flash of violet light splits the asphalt. Reality itself seems to scream. From the tier, voices ancient, hungry seep into Kael's mind. The rift births its first abomination, something not of this world. The creature lunges primal hunger in every twisted movement. Kael's gauntlets shimmer, conjuring twin plasma blades forged from pure energy. Steel and shadows collide. Kael moves like a storm against the darkness. The creature's gash seethes, and then slowly knits itself together. Realizing he's outmatched, Kael sends a desperate beacon before the real war begins. Above Vandrel City, the rift widens and from it, a storm of monsters descends. Kael's beacon slices through realities, calling heroes who have never met before. From a dimension of starlight and storm, a warrior answers Kael's call. Without a word, Lira unleashes a torrent of thunder upon the Voidborne. Kael and Lira move together, two forces of chaos against an endless tide. Far beyond the rift, the true enemy watches and smiles. Under the Revenant King's will, an army of horrors rises from the rift. Kael and Lira take down wave after wave, but the rift will not close. Lira reveals the truth: this rift is only one of many. Together, they swear an oath to stop the Revenant King before all worlds fall. The broken outskirts of Vandrel City stretch into endless ruins and shadows. Every step forward is haunted by those who fell before them. Something unseen stalks the shattered streets, hunting them. The Voidhound attacks, a blur of death and shadow. Kael and Lira counter with fury and precision. Defeating the beast reveals a hidden path only visible through rift energy. Following the trail leads them to a fallen graveyard of ancient machines. Buried beneath the wreckage, something begins to stir. An ancient protector, now corrupted by the rift, blocks their path. Only by defeating the sentinel can they claim the weapon that might save the world. Among the wreckage, a doorway carved in shimmering riftstone calls to them. Touching the riftstone, the ancient vault trembles and opens. Unseen, something monstrous observes from the shattered rooftops. Inside the vault, visions of the old world flicker and fade. In the center of the vault, the blade of Riftfire waits, ancient, alive. The Rift Reaper descends like a phantom storm. Kael dives for the blade. Lira holds off the nightmare. Lira's power ignites the vault in a storm of raw energy. Kael claims the blade and something deep within awakens. With Riftfire burning in his soul, Kael faces the Reaper anew. The moment Kael lifts the blade, the vault trembles and begins to implode. Lira finds a crumbling tunnel behind the central relic dais, their only chance. From the rubble, a clawed hand emerges. The Rift Reaper still lives. Lira turns back, determined to buy Kael time to escape. Rocks begin to collapse behind Kael as the tunnel starts sealing. With a war cry, Lira unleashes her full power in a last-ditch surge. The vault caves in, swallowing Lira and the Reaper into silence. Kael bursts out into daylight alone, gasping, blade in hand. From beneath the surface, a fiery pulse echoes a signal. Kael screams into the wind, Riftfire burning through him, mourning Lira. Kael wanders the wasteland, injured and haunted by what he's lost. Something stirs inside Kael, a burning, inhuman rhythm pulsing in his veins. A blinding flash. Kael is thrown into a psychic realm of Riftfire and memory. A glyph burns into Kael, the ancient mark of the Riftborne. Kael awakens changed. The rift is no longer a curse, but part of him. From a ruined tower, a mysterious cloaked figure observes Kael's rebirth. Dravik murmurs into a wrist link. Target is alive, evolving. In the shadows of a black market citadel, a contract is placed. Kael must be stopped. Kael discovers a ruined observatory, long abandoned by rift watchers. Kor Malrek receives the signal and steps into the rift. Kael enters the shattered dome, once a sanctuary for rift watchers, now a crypt of forgotten echoes. Long-dead riftwatcher recordings flicker back to life, playing out forgotten battles between light and shadow. One hologram turns to Kael, It speaks a captain's last warning from a dying war. Kael steps onto an ancient platform. Runes ignite. The ground opens beneath him. Deep beneath the surface, Kael discovers relics of his forgotten lineage, weapons, memories, truths. A whisper echoes through the silence, a voice Kael once loved, a soul long lost. She was not destroyed by the rift, she was consumed by it. Now she exists as an echo within. As Kael discovers truths below, the assassin draws closer from above, and he does not walk alone. Kael finds the weapon forged by his ancestor, a blade humming with Riftborne blood. The observatory quakes, and from the shadows the hunter steps in. The observatory trembles as an uninvited presence descends. Kael readies for war. Neither speaks. They simply move, predators recognizing each other. Kael strikes fast, but Core is faster. The first blow is not blood, but realization. A brutal kick sends Kael flying into the glowing archive walls, shattering memory crystals. Kael flips to his feet. He's outmatched for now, time to adapt. Kael vanishes into the lower sectors. Core follows like a shadow made flesh. Their footfalls echo in the tomb of forgotten Rift Watchers, warriors of old still watching. Kael triggers a rift barrier. For a second he breathes. A second is all he needs. For a moment, Kael sees Lira again, but not as he remembers. The barrier doesn't hold. The hunter steps through the flames and Kael draws deep. Kael slips deeper into the lower chambers, into the Riftwatcher's long-forgotten sanctum. Whispers trail him, not voices of the dead, but memories replaying themselves. A hidden control node. Locked data. Only those with Riftborne blood may awaken it. A voice from centuries past calling Kael by name. The memory projection returns Lira reaching out to Kael in ways that defy logic. He's still hunting. And he's no longer alone. The chamber's defense matrix awakens, and Kael is now both its target and its key. Lira's fading image reaches out. When the echo ends, follow the fracture. The vault begins to collapse. Kael has only one option: deeper into the dark. Kael dives into a riftwell shaft. No map, no plan, just instinct. Kael leans on his blade. The rift's energy hums. The hunter watches but doesn't strike. A sudden light, a flicker in the air. Lira's image returns, not by memory, but by design. Lira speaks, her voice layered like echoes from another version of herself. Lira's hologram pulses and the archive reacts. Locked memories burst into light. She left more than a message, she left him a choice. One memory shows the unthinkable Lira activating the rift that doomed them. The hunter watches Kael's grief not with pity, but calculation. Lira's hologram vanishes. The chamber grows cold, something is awakening. A final glyph burns into the floor, Lira's last coordinates. Kael steps through the final rift gate. Core follows, blade drawn. The rift lift groans to life. Kael rides it downward, deeper into forbidden systems. Whispers crawl through the comms, voices that shouldn't exist. The rift lift halts before a massive obsidian door etched in symbols Kael doesn't recognize. Kael unlocks the gate using a rift spark from Lira's last message. The door awakens. A vast chamber swirls with void storms. This is no archive, it's a grave. From the storm emerges a new terror, not Core Malrek, but something older. The Nullborn attacks not with weapons, but with living shadow clones. Kael channels the blade's core, igniting a Riftfire pulse to burn the shadows. Kael leaps. The blade sings. Their clash splits reality for a second. Kael's strike hits the core, but it doesn't destroy. It awakens something worse. The chamber crumbles. Kael stares at the ruptured core. Nothing moves yet. Faint riftlight leaks through the cracks. The world holds its breath. A second pulse erupts. The rift is reawakening something ancient. Out of the rift storm walks Core Malrek, reborn, but twisted. His voice echoes with layers, one human, one monstrous. Behind him, shadow wings form. Kael sees her, Lira's last echo, projected from the blade's rift core. You must choose, destroy the rift or become it. Kael's face trembles with conflict, hands shaking as he grips the blade. Kael closes his eyes and plunges the blade into the rift's heart. Energy explodes outward, throwing lightning across the walls. Rift glyphs ignite. Kael's body shifts. He is now part rift, part human. The Riftborne flame awakens. His blade morphs into a living extension of his will. Lira's voice echoes faintly. Now, burn the end. Kael and Kor meet in the storm, two Riftborne, one fate. Their blades meet mid-air, shockwaves ripping through the chamber, walls collapsing in. Kael breaks through Kor's armor, reaching the true Kor inside. Their eyes lock. Kor's voice. So, you were always the key. Both cores detonate. The rift begins to collapse and reality with it. Riftlight swirls like a black hole, devouring structures, shadows, and light itself. Silence. A single flame drifts in the darkness, Kael's essence, still burning. In the silence after the rift, legends are not forgotten. They are reborn. His flame still burns. If you loved the journey, like, share, and subscribe for more epic tales.